Hello and good morning. Well, it's morning for me here in New York, Western New York. So we're here to talk about, let me bring up, I got like several screens going on. I never have enough screens to look at everything. So we're doing the final video presentation in Module 7, talking about the occupations, and some of the other stuff we've been talking about the past modules. So with that said, in my career, I've probably a little bit older maybe than most. I have a pretty broad background. I mean, well, out of high school, I was in the restaurants, and then while I was in school, then trying to figure out what I want to do. Then I went into construction, a lot of different trades, masonry, carpentry, and even electrical. And I got a lot of those skills in a lot of different construction areas. And I decided a few years ago is construction can take a toll on your body, especially with my back and things like that. I was like, I want to get into more of the office or managerial setting. And I also thought about starting my own business, but then there's building that, then there's finding the jobs. There's a lot of routes you could take, but it's also just coming up with the best plan that you think is going to fit your lifestyle and where you're going to be at 10 years from now. Can I say 10 years ago, if someone asked me that question, where are you going to be in 10 years? Well, I wouldn't think I'd be here. I'll just say that. That's about it. But on the positive side, yes, I am close to getting my bachelor's, and that's the whole objective, was getting my bachelor's to obtain a higher position, or what I've seen is a lot of jobs out there, they want you to at least have your bachelor's degree. And so it just seemed like a good idea to pursue that, and taking advantage of the online classes, so you could work around your schedule, or work around my schedule as a full-time leasing agent with a company here. I'm thinking about getting into project management, even though I've kind of did that before, doing the property manager and things like that. But a lot of these jobs, they want you to have your bachelor's, and that's another thing I was going to get at, is that you'd probably find out, and I've seen it from other friends that have their bachelor's straight out of high school. They're not even doing anything that pertains to their bachelor's, but just having it on your resume puts you in a good position, any professional setting that you want to pursue, and even at your workplace. If there's a managerial job that's open and it says you need your bachelor's, and hey, I got my bachelor's. And you'll see that sometimes it doesn't even say, you need your bachelor's in finance. So just say bachelor's, and that's my whole plan was. And sociology, dealing with people and stuff, just seemed like the best route to in any field I decide to go. I've been thinking about some of the other classes I've been taking about going to. Let me get these slides going, and then I'll keep talking. So I have been thinking about, after taking a lot of these classes with the social work and something, maybe counseling or getting into one of the colleges, and something that might pertain to my degree, but when I get closer to that date of getting my bachelor's, and I'll know what to do. So here we are, exploring my career pathways and experience and skills. Like I was talking about, I got my background right now is leasing consultant, but I also got some construction background, and then I just threw in there my sociology because I've been taking the classes on that. So as I was saying, taking these experiences and putting them towards a future career or job path. Oops, let me see here. Does this work? Oh, nope, not that one. Here we go. So yeah, my current job is a leasing consultant. Sociology has helped me with my interpersonal skills, organizational abilities, and problem solving. So taking these sociology classes has kind of helped me in certain situations too. Recently, it's kind of weird when you take classes and then you're like, oh, I'll never use that. Excuse me, when I take a sip of my coffee. Closest thing to drink while my throat was itchy, but you're like, oh, I'll never use these classes, and then you're in a situation. You're like, wow, I remember that, what, I took in that class, or I remember other, maybe like another class I'm taking is on social work or social work 101 or something like that, 171, talking about how some people have problems and dealing with them, how to deal with them. And yeah, this is definitely, you're dealing with people every day in leasing consulting. So a lot of these jobs like that, when you're really kind of selling a property or looking for somebody to rent it, you're dealing with different kinds of individuals every day. So with that said, it's going to lead me into something that's going to help me, I should say, because I've been a manager before. It's going to help me more in management and deal with people. I would say, like, stuff that still needs work is probably like problem solving and organizational. Sometimes things could be kind of chaotic, but and dealing with people. But sociology has helped me definitely. Taking a lot of these classes, kind of understand people more. So always learning, always, which I'll be talking later in the slides, always, looking for some kind of way to problem solve a situation you might have with somebody. Because there's going to be a lot of people that are hard, there's going to be a lot of people that are easy in any job. And so the median pay is $95,000 a year, which they probably took a lot of, where there's a high majority of people in LA and New York City. So that's where all this 95,000, because definitely in Western New York, I don't know if I'll be touching that, to be honest, if I was to get a project manager. I mean, maybe it depends. It depends on where you're going to work. There is a 6% growth. They excuse me, this was pulled off of that one site before that, we're using in, I think, module 5 or something. There is projected a 6% growth from 2022 to 2032. And I think it'll go up because as you get more people and building more properties, it's, I don't really see that going down as much. Unless we have a 2008 situation, housing crisis. But knock on wood, that doesn't happen again. So there's a growing demand in skills and qualifications for this for property management position or project management position. Pretty much the same thing. It may be different. Depending on the companies, but it's pretty much the same title: property manager, project management. I would say project management is probably more into the construction part. You're running actual construction projects, where property management is you're just managing the property. But that could also mean in property management there's always going to be something that needs to be fixed, or maybe even building something new. So that's pretty much why I say it's the same title. But so I talked about my sociology, taking this course, and the background it would lead into project management, understanding human behavior and organizational dynamics and societal trends. Obviously things change, so just keeping up with the trends is important. Research methods, data analysis, communication, critical analysis. I took a couple sociology stats. Actually, well, I took a couple stats course. One of them was specifically like sociology stats, which was very interesting class, and a lot of math, which I'm not. I shouldn't say good at. It's just math is just can be crazy. I'm sure a lot of you understand. Math is probably the reason why I didn't go to business administration route, because I had to take more math classes, to be honest. I mean, that's really what the degree I was going to go for, but this just aligned better for me. I thought about just getting this out of the way and then maybe possibly taking math courses or courses that would pertain towards administration, but I wanted to get the BA just out of the way, if that makes sense. And it would give me less stress to be like, all right, I already got my BA. Let's take these other classes. If I don't do good, I don't do good. But I still would have my BA. That was the kind of mindset about it, rather than just going for the business administration degree. So that's another thing about the direction or route I took as far as going sociology major. Let's see, just looking at my notes. So we're going to get to certification and training. So like my company, they offer a lot of different certification and trainings that you could take. And this will help you stay competitive, adapting to industry trends. You're never going to stop learning. You're never going to stop really taking classes if probably any field that you're in. You're always going to be doing something. So get you at a certain point before retirement. And normally that's a good idea, because if you take finance classes or anything like that pertaining to that, you're going to want your last 3 years before retirement to be as high as a wage as it can, because when they do your retirement or 401ks or something like that, I'm not really a finance guy, but I know that helps for determining how much you're going to get per month on your retirement, because we don't know if Social Security is going to be there or be enough in the future. As I sip my coffee. So yeah. Oh, I didn't even have to. I just went to the next slide. Clicking the mouse. So, as I was talking about, never stop learning. And as technology progresses, and makes things easier for us, I would say when taking some CAD classes, design classes, helped me with projects or designs, even in construction where I had to look over blueprints. There's always like new software coming out and new things that even though if I didn't have to take these classes, or even though I didn't have to research the new softwares or things coming out, I still would. I'm kind of, I would say, a tech savvy guy in a way, and just acquiring these new skills will help set me up for different positions, or put me in a good position where I could explain things better to people or the customer. So just staying up with the trends and technology, probably in any field as well, will help navigate you through a career opportunity. So that's just touching back on, never thinking that I'm going to stop learning, always learning. That'll set me up with a successful career path. So, I put leasing consultancy, construction sociology is just like, so I could talk about how my construction background before getting into the office side of things, a project management or property management and leasing consultant. See, and then taking these classes in sociology. This is all a good stew, I would say, or things that even though they could be all different, like sociology could be a different field than construction. Construction could be a different field than leasing consultancy. All three of those things are different, but I've learned something from each one of those things, and they all could benefit into one whole thing. So that's just one thing I kept in mind about the classes and some of the things we've been going over. Like even thinking about in module 5 about I was talking about poverty and about the 2008 crisis. I was in the mix of that. I felt the 2008 crisis, even though I was in construction at the time. Anybody and anyone that was maybe in banking even, but if you're in construction, if you're in housing or a real estate agent, it affected everybody. Everything slowed down. Some jobs kind of got put on hold. So yeah, and at that time, I gotta say, not having a degree was kind of scary. It's like, okay, what am I gonna do? So I went down to Florida. Which I got like laid off, and then I went down to Florida, and my cousins was down there, and I just kind of tested the waters down here to see if there was something down there that I wanted to pursue, and kind of worked down there for a little bit, and then came back up to Western New York. But yeah, those are some of the things I think about in pursuing like a property manager or project manager, or getting into the office side of things. Maybe even I thought about getting a real estate license. Or I could play the safe side and get into like a government position that helps people with disabilities or people that just need money or help. Because I used to work for the local county here as an electrician for a little bit, mostly working on security cameras and a lot of computer stuff. But I did look into they would call it human services. So, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the people that are there in human services, what they call it, that have sociology degrees. So that was another thing to think about, to play the safe route. It's kind of like a safe position, safe from any probably 2008 housing crisis if I was to get out of the real estate side of things completely, or construction side of things completely. That was another option I thought about. And so yeah, different mixture of people that I kind of thought about working with, or just anything that would set me up for the future, or even help me progress in the company I'm in now. Yeah. So, oops. Nope, not that one. I got a lot of different things going on. Yeah, thanks for watching. And this course has been really fun and interesting. Just keep pursuing what you're doing, and good luck, and thanks for watching.